Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Shout out to the 19 folks. I have a feel good, positive video for you right now, which I think we don't necessarily do often enough as fans, also as players, teams, everything. A lot of times with sports, we get so caught up and lost in the competition of it all and the stakes and the big business. And unfortunately, now also the betting and all of that, that we forget about some of the positives or potential positives. And look, athletes get caught up too, especially now with the difference in the growth in sports and the money involved and the fame involved. And way too many athletes are me, with how much fame and money that they get and how differently they are treated. And that becomes an expectation. They're put on pedestals. They get things that others don't get. And then they forget about where they came from. They forget about why they have what they have. And yes, they worked really, really hard to get there. But no matter how good they are, if you don't have the fans, if you don't have the fan support, the fans that put in their time and give up their free time to support you and their money to support you, you could be the best in the world at something and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in terms of the things we're talking about with the fame and the money and the privileges and all of that. Because without fans, there isn't all any of that, no matter how good you are. And look, I get also with that fame comes downside, and it could be a pain at times. And yeah, fans or even people that say they're fans but aren't, they could be obnoxious or rude or overly demanding, and they could be interrupting dinners with your young kids, and it can be a nightmare. But that being said, I think one of the biggest things we all forget is the impact, positive and negative, that athletes can have on kids, and how the simplest of gestures, if athletes take a moment, the simplest of gestures can brighten a day or even change a life. So, I wanted to play this little video for you, talk about it, give a shout out to Indiana Fever guard Erica Wheeler. So let's take a listen to this, and then I'll have some things to say about this video and what happened here. So this is the mother of a child who was at a Fever game. I believe it was the Aces game.
If it had not been for Erica Wheeler, I don't know if we could be fans of the Indiana Fever today. And am I mostly joking? Yes, because we love the Indiana Fever. But am I a little bit serious? Yes, because the team really hurt my daughter's feelings after the loss against the Aces. I know, me as an adult, I understand after a loss like that, you don't really want to interact with the fans. But she didn't get the memo. So when most of the players had came through that tunnel and she didn't think no more basketball players was coming and nobody had gave her a high five, she broke down. I mean, the full nine, tears, crying loud, like feelings hurt, cry. And at that moment, my feelings was hurt too, because she's sitting here just crying, talking about BB ball high five, BB ball high five. And I'm like, oh, she's really hurt behind this. And people next to us trying to give her a high five and make her feel better. She didn't want none of that. She looked at them and said, BB ball high five, and turned her head back to the tunnel, hoping for somebody else to come up that tunnel and give her a high five. And luckily somebody did. Erica Wheeler ended up coming up, giving her a high five and signing her ball. And that immediately made everything better. Like, she had the biggest smile on her face. She wouldn't even let us take the ball from her on the car ride home. She had to hold the ball the entire car ride home. So for that, Erica Wheeler, we are very, very thankful. Like, you made that a moment for her.
Awesome. By the way, this is Erica reposted this with hearts. If you don't follow Erica Wheeler on social media, this is her Twitter, her X, her Twix, her Twitters, whatever you call the thing now. Go follow Erica Wheeler. She is a bright light of positivity, and I think she deserves to get kudos for this. I think this deserves to be shared around. So I wanted to play this for you as well. And look, I as a player and what I saw on the court, I was tough on Erica Wheeler early on in the season. I think with good reason. But again, just like fans are going to boo their teams when they don't play well, they're going to cheer them when they do. I think it's only fair that I also acknowledge from what I've seen as the season going on from her as a teammate, as a role model, as a mentor, and as a player who understands what she has and appreciates the fans for that. Huge shout out to Erica Wheeler and everything I've seen in terms of how she conducts herself. Sports Center was still a huge thing, man. Erica Wheeler her level of fame would just be insane. If this was back in like the 80s or 90s or I don't know, maybe even the early 2000s, her sideline celebrations would be like top plays Sports Center all the time, and she'd be a mega mega star. But something like this, and to my point for the to this lady, and she also made a great point about how, as an adult, I understand. And look, there are idiots who don't, but yeah, as an adult and a fan in there, we get a huge game, a tough game, a close game, a loss that you really wanted. We get that players, regardless of the money they make or the fame, they are human. You're going to be in a headspace where, you know what, you just want to get back into the locker room. You don't want to hang out and talk with fans and take pictures and smile. 100% get it. But man, if you can take a second or 2 seconds for a young fan, for a kid who idolizes you, who looks up to you, because to them, they like you for what you bring to them from playing, right? And how you play on the court, how you perform. None of that other stuff that the rest of us deal with and talk about, none of that has entered their little brains, right? It is at this time for them pure. And you can make a child's day, month, year, life by taking at 2 seconds, even when you may not feel like it, to take a picture, to sign something, to high five, to say hello. So shout out Erica Wheeler. Thank you so much for being you and doing this. It is appreciated. We need more of it. Probably not just in sports, but in life. But I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please shout out Erica Wheeler. Share this. Go follow her on Twitter or X or whatever it is. I think it's well worth it. She is a bright light, as I said. But let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that awesome stuff. I really, really do appreciate it. And I will talk to you later.